morning, Flosstube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daphne, and today is April the 30th of 2025, and today we are going to be looking at what I worked on in the month of April. First, I would like to say welcome to any new subscribers or viewers. I hope there's something here that you find, and you decide to hit that like and subscribe button. And also, I would like to say welcome back to all the current subscribers and viewers. I hope there's something here. You find one of my projects that I have not worked on in a while that you like, or you just want to see where I'm making my progress each time. I hope everybody is had an enjoyable April, and let's get started. I do not know my exact totals, as I still have a few more hours left in the day to stitch, so we don't know my exact total number of stitches just yet, but I will put them on the screen when I show the projects. First, I did my two Whipco pieces for April was the Santa Mirabilia, which was going to be a new start, and the Christmas, was the other Whipco. The Autumn Sampler, which was another new start. So those two new starts for this month. And I took part in SPRINGO from the Magazine Monthly Challenge cross-stitch group. And just covering up the name on the G, because that's one of my secret projects. So here's what my board ended up looking like. So there's one SPRINGO here, and there's one SPRINGO here. So this is what it ended up looking like. As you can see, not all the numbers were called because there was 35 numbers in this board, and they only do it for the first 25 days. So there's what it looks like. So let's go through the SPRINGO, which is mostly what I worked on in April besides the other two projects. So the first one is the Santa Mirabilia, which was a new start, and this is what it will look like when it is finished. And I have when I ordered it, I ordered the all the beads that come with it at the same time. And I was doing this on a piece of 32 count. 2/2 full cross, and this is where we got to. So this from here down through the hat till about here up, and this is all filled in. There will be some spots in these. There will be some spots in these berries. The one empty spaces in the berries, that will be a bead when I end up starting to do the beads. So there's that one. And next, my other SPRINGO, this one, has not been worked on. Did not get worked on at all last year. And I did have a viewer ask about it, and I made it work into SPRINGO. So this piece is actually going to be coming back into rotations. And Santa Mirabilia was Whipco as well as SPRINGO. SPRINGO only had it called 3 days, so I had to work 2 more days on it, which was yesterday, Monday, and Tuesday. I worked on my last 2 days on that. And this one is for the letter P because it is going to be playable. So this is the Monopoly board. We're pulling this back out again, so you will see this more frequently than you did last year. This is a piece of 28 count, and I did look at it, and it does fit across the width. And this one got called for 3 days in SPRINGO. This portion was done already, and we added this over here. We added Oriental, And this is going to be the community, the chance, and then the next one. And it does, I did fold it in half because the Reading Railroad is halfway, and it does fit over here on this side. So we've been working on this one. So there's the Monopoly board. I know this is a favorite of some of the viewers. And like I said, I had a question. They didn't see it in the whip parade because my original plan was to only work on it with Stitch With Me's. But that, I changed my mind on that. So this is going to be just in the rotation whenever it happens. Next up is Christmas Kits, was what I call it. I don't know if there is a name for it. This is from Riolis. I just call it Christmas Kit. And this was one that actually got 5 days called. And still in the Q-Snap, because I didn't take it out of the Q-Snap. I need to. So let's take it out of the Q-Snap. So that I can put it away. Left it in the Q-Snap in case it got called, but then I just realized it was called all 5 times, so it wasn't going to get called another time. So here is where we are on this one. I've almost finished up this one. I need to, this green thread is hanging on this side because I need to take apart some of these snowflakes over here because they're in the wrong spot. But other than that, we have just this to finish over here on this side, and then it's just this bottom here, which there's very little cross stitch on this section here. Just this is cross stitch, and bring these borders down and meet at the bottom, and then just fill in all that, the back stitching, the different amounts of, it looks like that's all one strand of white. So that's all that's left on this one. Maybe Christmas in July finish, since there really isn't that much left to do. Just sticking the needle on here. Let's put this away. And with SPRINGO, the goal was 100 stitches for the call on that day. So most of these got more than 100 stitches. Some of them I was just, okay, I did my 100 and I'm done for the day. So that's what happens there. Next up was that Christmas kit was for red fabric. And next up is Song of Summer. Because I said they're birds in the bushes. I for in. And this one got 3 days. This is 28 count, 1/1 full cross, called for DMCs. And gonna be a big piece. Here is the whole piece, and then this is down here is where I was working for those the 3 days. The 3rd, the 14th, and the 16th is when this one got called out. So there are the pieces, what I got done in those days. Yeah, so this one I think was a little over the 300. I don't know, it'll be on the screen how many stitches I did do. For that one. And then the N was Schoolhouse Rocks by the Black Needle Society. I don't have a picture because it was a Sal. This is on 18 count, hand dyed by myself. And this one I was getting pretty good, was doing good. It's upside down. So here is where we got, this one had 3 days. But the thing is, I did most of the rainbows here. I have a little bit up here left to do. But as I was going, I came across an error. The state house here, the bill, and the and all needs to be ripped out because they're over this way too far, or down here is over this way too far, but it lines up here for this side, so this side is off somewhere, but it works out here some places, so I don't know what I did, where I went wrong, but I have to take this out because it messes up with down here. I was trying to figure out a way where I could just leave it, but I don't think I can. I think I have to rip it all out. So there is that. Like, I was just thinking I'll add a row here, but then I have to finagle here, and then this throws everything off. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? My thoughts right now is just to take the whole state house, the bill, and the word and this here out. Come up, work this up, and then go from here. I don't know. So that is Schoolhouse Rocks. We will figure it out. Take care of it. Called for DMCs or substitutions for ones that are close if I did not have the color. The G was a secret project, and that one got all 5 calls, so that was 1 Springo. My O is Autumn Sampler by Sandy Orton, and I did do by the PDF, but I noticed, because this was a gifted, I was gifted all 4 of these charts from a friend. This is the whole kit and all, but I did end up buying the PDF, and it goes into Pattern Keeper, but the only thing that I noticed is the symbols from the kit are different than the symbols on the PDF. So I marked all my bags with the kit symbols. So like this one here is the upside down T, and it's not the upside down T on the PDF. So I've just been going by the numbers. This, I switched out the fabric. I'm doing it on 28 count. I don't remember the tanny color 28 count. And this one got 4 days. And I have some hanging threads because I'm doing the back stitch as I go. So here is where we got to. Top left corner, working on the white banner for harvest. This section right here is pretty full coverage. It's this right here, and this whole diamond is all full coverage. So that's what I'm working on currently, is that diamond in there. So that is the harvest sampler. Like I said, just if you have this and you want the PDF, just be aware that the PDF symbols are different than the kit symbols. And next up is my Hade 2025 Sal, Nature's King. This one I finished I didn't finish it, but I finished the first part at the beginning of April. So I will insert a picture here, one of these sides, I'm not sure which side, insert a picture of what the first section looked like completed, and here is where we currently are. This is the page that I'm working on. I think I've got like 4 or 5 more rows down to the bottom of the page. So we're getting there. We are on track to finish this piece at the end of the year. I think I need to stitch, when I last checked, I think I was needing to stitch like 250 stitches a day. I tried to aim for between 300 to 400 a day, just in case there's reasonings that I can't do at like the beginning of the year, when we had to make an emergency trip up to New Hampshire for a family funeral. I didn't take it with me, so I didn't work on it for 5-6 days. And still, even with that, I'm still on track to finish it completely by the end of the year. So there's Nature's King, and this needle minder is what it does look like when it is finished. And next up, another fan favorite is the Game of Thrones. Let me take this off. This is for a game from the cross stitch group. So here is where we are now. I was doing 10 wide diagonals, and now this one here is a 20 wide diagonal, so I'm getting a little bit more done in a stitching session. Like the last couple days, I've been able to get 100 stitches in the day in that stitching session. And this is the edge of this row. So this year, this row will be finally finished, and we can move back to the left-hand side. And this one, I know, was 2,180 stitches this month. Because I did finish this right before recording this video, so this one is going to be done for today. So 2,180 stitches for the month of April on Game of Thrones. So let me just put this back on here so I don't lose it. I need that, like I said, for a game in one of the cross stitch groups. And those pretty much are the pieces that I worked on in April. It was SPRINGO, and then my two focus pieces. We do have the numbers called for WIPGO, so let me go to the WIPGO board in my planner here. Here is what the WIPGO board looks like. I did not update for April, because today I'm going to do one more day on April winter. Oh, yeah, I'm done, I believe. Hang on. April, Santa Mirabilia, I did my last 2 days. And April, this says fall kit. I don't know why this says winter for April. Oh, this is the Santa Mirabilia, and this is the fall, so I will do one. Today will be the last day I will work on the autumn sampler. So then those two will get marked off, and May was Haid and a gift. And the gift I can't show because they don't know about it. I don't want them to know about it. And the Haid that was spun is the Deer Creek, supersized max color Deer Creek. So I'll insert a picture here of what it will look like. This, I ended up having to restart it earlier in the year because I just had too many mistakes in the start of where I started at. I had a mark on here or something. I don't know. It's on the back, so you can't see it, but don't know what it is. This is 32 count 2/1/2 stitch, and it will pretty much take this whole piece of fabric. And this is where it is now. This is just part of page 1, so I might come over here and do page 1, these rows of page 1, and work the way I'm doing it across page 1, which is the same way that I'm doing the Hate Sal. Is I pick the symbol and I'll work it across the row, and then park it in the row below if there's nothing stitched above it. And then I just keep going left to right that way. So I'll probably take this month for May, take it and put it in the frame and work page 1 across till the end of page 1, doing the feathering in page 2 into page 2, and park over here for page 2, and then just, if that's not down below, and just keep going that way until page 1 is done, and then I can either come down to page, whatever page is here, or come over to page 2, because this majority is background in Deer Creek, the max color version. So there you go. That's where we're starting at with Deer Creek. It'll be nice to pull this one out. I've been thinking about this one for a while now. And like I said, my second project is a secret gift project for somebody. I don't want them to see it just yet. So that is all of my stitching for April, and for May, my 2 Whipco pieces for May. Kind of feeling more of a full coverage May than anything. So maybe I'll do full coverage for May and just work on all my full coverages even during the week. So we will see. That's what I'm leaning towards, is doing more full coverage in May. And we're into the haul portion, and this is the snail mail for April. I did an unboxing, and I posted it yesterday. So this is April's snail mail, but I'll show it real quick here. Here is what he looks like. It's called Let It Grow. And then these are the flosses. And then it came, I do pattern, physical and digital. So this is to scan it, and then this gives a little note about it. And then these are the wildflower seeds. So you can just throw these out in the yard and they'll bloom. So we've got that to do. I'll put that up there, and then I'll stick them in here because this was the February snail, so this can actually come out because I don't need that anymore. The February snail was all bundled up, and I finished him in February. I just don't know if I showed him in February. I have enough of this purple to do another one, but I'm gonna do this one on a this one on a different fabric. So here is the February all bundled up, in case I didn't show him. And that is all for the snails. I'm going to, well, that's that. Put that, and then I'll put this in the front so that I know that that is the new snail pattern. So there's the snail. And then I'll just put this over here with the Q-tap. This is some haul that I've got. This is my Nashville Needlework Market haul. And I think, did I put the fabric and the floss of the month in here? I'm not sure, but I know this is a couple of things, I think, or this might just all be Nashville. But that's okay. So first up in here is the Take Along Stitcher's Mat by Under the Garden Moon. It comes with this pattern here and the instructions to make the mat. So we've got that. I'm just pulling these things randomly out of the box. This is Vintage ABCs of Christmas by Jan Hicks Creates. And it is the big pattern and then all the individual ones as well. And up next we've got Praiseworthy Stitches, Owl a Day In. It's not super scary Halloween, more of a cutesy style Halloween, which is really nice. I like the more cutesy Halloween stuff more than the blood and gore. So what I'm thinking I probably would do is do the ghosts and the moon and the stars all in the glow in the dark. Whenever that comes, who knows. And this one here is the Groovy Chicks by Satsuma Street. I just thought these were cute little chickens. And that gives you the finishing instructions as well. Up next, oh, this was in the Black Needle Society box for March. Springtime Sip and Stitch. And yeah, so this is, I'm in the Thread of the Month Club with Millennial Fabrics, and I do classic colorwork, so they pick the randomly five colors. So we've got Feral Cactus, it's like a bluey green. We've got Dulce de Leche, which is like a tan. It's showing up white, but it's more of a tan. We've got Barn Door, which is a brown. Aunt Marie's Violet, which is purples. And we've got Pixie Dust. So those will go into my selection, nice little stash of classic colorworks. And I'm also in the Country Cottage Needleworks, the Mini Village Club. And this is May. I have them all, but there is May's. And then the fabric of the month for March, was called Rosy Cheeks, and I get it on a 40 count linen. So it's a reddish pink. It's not really going to show. What if this? Kind of. But it's really pretty. I could put the snail on this little piece of this. I think that would look really cute with the snail on a piece of that. We will be getting April's soon, because they send them out at the end of the month. Why am I having difficulties? Maybe I'll put this in with the snails and do the little snail on a piece of this. That's what I do. I put the snail in here with this. And a little snail on that. Have different size snails. Alright, back to the baggie. What else do we got in the baggie? Alright, one of these, there's two needle binders here. One of them I will not show because it's a gift for a friend. So I got a platform 9 3/4 and King's Cross London. And this was a freebie that I received from somewhere, springtime. I also have this little penguin animal cracker series chili designed by Stacey Nash. I got this because my aunt that passed away at the beginning of this year, she loved penguins, so I thought I could make this and maybe put my aunt's name on the back of it with her information, send it up to my niece and her family. And then we've got Alpine Village by Pickle Barrel Designs. Nice Christmassy one, winter one with all the pine trees and snow. And then we've got the Nashville 2025 cookbook. There is patterns in here, but I can't show them because there's picture. Some of them are just the pattern itself, but there's recipes and things like that. And then, oh, this was the new colors from Classic Colorworks for 2025, and I will show those. There, that's trash up there. So new color, we've got Sparkling Rose, which is like a pinky rose color. And we've got Green Tea. And we have Apple Cider. And then I got another pair of scissors. And the Gentle Art was doing a limited edition mystery thread pack, so I grabbed one of those. And these are all limited edition, so there is no color name. So this one's like a tan. And we've got a brown. Excuse me. We've got a pinky rose. We've got a green. And we've got like a gray color. So that is everything for today. I hope everybody had a great time watching and seeing what I did in April. And I hope everybody had a great April. I hope everybody has a great May. And I will see everybody again at the end of May. I hope everybody has a great day and a great May. And I'll see everyone later. Bye, everyone.